Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. Just say hello. I've got the double B combo. I have bribed on my rack, but I don't know if I have a 7. I don't think so. Bribed. I don't think driven is good, but it might be. Driven. Nibbered through an E, no. Driven. Opponent taking some time. He's exchanged 1. Let's try driven. No, didn't think so, but we'll go with bribed anyway. Bribed for 28. Okay, I've drawn the Q. Not ideal. I have chin on the rack. QIN. That doesn't currently play. Only through the I on the board. For face value. Not a bad leave actually. Point. Cough onto a H. Okay, opponent plays Gauntry. Think it does take an S. I'm going to play chin up here because it scores quite well. $37 points. I draw duplicate O and duplicate P. Not ideal. I don't have an E for PYE. That would score quite handily. Boppy. Don't think Boppy is good. Oh, it is, yeah, Boppy's fine. Our opponent played where I was hoping to play. Now, Aerotone is good, and that currently plays onto the E. That'll be nice. Hopefully opponent's attracted to this hotspot alongside Boppy. Ratooned onto the D, but Aerotone's definitely the better spot score-wise. Opponent taking some time with this move as well. He might be... Ratoon stays available. I thought both were blocked for a moment. Not a good pickup. I draw a whole bunch of vowels here. Looking at ways of getting rid of... I've got Varia here for 24. Not a terrible rack leave. 24 from this rack actually feels half decent. $19. Takes out an X hotspot as well. Opponent scored fairly well with pluralizing gauntry there. Just wondering if I can get rid of a U somehow. I can play Virtue for 30. I think I will go with this. Takes out the X hotspot as well. Actually, I've got Vergate. Vergate for 36. Nice pickup. That's more like it. Unraced and a few others, no doubt. Scaps, I think Caps might take an S. Scaps. Vergate. Anything from the E down. I have the EU prefix. I have uncrated. Face value. But this E is definitely... what is that word I'm thinking of? Not endurance, but ecordate. That would be with a T instead of the R. That would have been, yeah, ecordate. I can't play that. Just looking at words ending in ed, so I've got accrued. But what would the bingo be with an S? I have traduce. Traduces. I've picked up the Z, which is quite nice. I just wonder if I missed something from the E down. Anyway, let's focus on the current rack. I have the IZE ending. Demonize through an N. Demonize. That's a shame. Does the B assist? Zombied. Zombie, the extra E on the rack there. Now, at a minimum, I have Z. And I also have Z here, but Z here gives back some score to opponent on the right. So even though it scores 52, I wonder if this is a better play. Mosed for 56. What about... what to do here? don't know if Mose takes a D actually. Yeah, it does, Mose. Okay, I've drawn two I's and the U. Indu line, I think, is good. Through an N. Indu line, I think, is good, yeah. The B looks like it might work well with this rack, so build. Build, yeah. Indue for 22. Yeah, I think I'll go with indue 22. Not a good pickup. Hinau through an N. Hinau. Nice bingo by opponent. Have Huey here. That takes out the J danger, because that could be an easy 50-point play for opponent. It does also sort Huey, sorts out the rack. But if I play this, then there's a monster J play available here. So that could be an easy 60 if opponent has the J. So I think I'm actually going to leave a vowel heavy rack here. And it makes sense to do so with the high number of consonants remaining compared to vowels. So I don't mind having a vowel heavy rack. I'm going with Huey for 31. Okay, I'm the one who draws the J, so jail plays here. 8 tiles in the bag. Hopefully opponent is swamped with consonants and has very few vowels. I have Ali, but no, I need another I for that. I have Jai here. Jai for 34, but jail definitely the play, I'd say. Opponent not far behind. Now, how often does he bingo? I think I really do have to take this spot out because it's fairly high scoring. Opponent has potentially the KFW. He's not bingoing. Now KAIS is good, and KH. No, I think he has to have some pretty flexible tiles to get a K play all the way across. Not impossible. W also works. WH. Ooh, this is interesting. He could play something like where, WHERE, for about 50 points. That's interesting. Do I risk it? Yeah, I think I do. He'd have to have 2 of these 3 E's to play that. Okay, he doesn't have the H, but he might still have a good K play somewhere. I have halva, which is a Israeli dessert. It's like a sweet biscuit made of sesame, I think. Halva. That scores quite well for 29. Flavor, I think, is good as well. Flava. Okay, he's played arc and try. So I think halva it is. I think halfa is good with an F as well. But I'll go with halva, and then FT. I have aft and fit, so that's fine. If opponent doesn't go out first, I don't think he's got renew, but yeah, I think he'll want to be getting rid of both W's if possible. So a play of WAWE, and then I play aft. Any better play for F? Oh, he's kept the one W back. Interesting. Okay. So I can play aft here. And I don't think there's a better spot. Just a quick scan of the board. Soft. There we go. That's why it's always better to have a look around the board for higher plays. So that's the end of the game. 479 to me, 393 to opponent. Just thank him for the game. Let's have a look at what we missed. And it was... who was it to go first? It was my opponent, but he changed one. Interesting. Okay. I wonder what he changed. He exchanged the A. Let's have a look what rack he was left with. Okay, yeah. Not a bad rack. AEEGNT. That does bingo a lot of the time with an extra letter. Now, bribed was best for 28, my opening rack. Gauntry, the only bingo, so opponent spotted that one. Now, chin for 37 was best. And then my for 29, but opponent had misery at 11C. Wow, pluralizing Gauntry at that stage. Misery for a whopping 42. Okay, he went with my for 29. Now, Boppy was best for 34, and opponent had C for 30 with a very nice rack leave. I do like EIRSV. That bingo's a fair amount of the time when combined with another two tiles. So he went with Vise, same score, but not as good a rack leave, so that's why you've got the 6-point equity difference. And Ratooned. Oh, Aerotone through, of course, through that E, but stopping just one square short, so that could have been heavily punished. But Ratoon scored a couple of points more. Now, Caps for 36 seems decent, but C with a better rack leave. Lower score, though. But wow, look at the equity difference. 10 points more for playing a score 6 points less. Just shows you how strong that rack leave is compared to that one. That's how you get that equity jump of 10 points. Yeah, that's a really good leave, ACIRS. So opponent goes with Caps, and now I've got Vergate for 36, which was best. And Geo for 12 with a very strong rack leave. Good play by opponent. Now scored for 83. That was the play. Scored and Vergates, that would have been the play there. Giving back a bit of score, but 83 is a big score. And I went with, I didn't go with scored. What did I go with? Traduces for 70. So a little bit, wow, 13 points less, but I guess mine was a safer placement. So not as bad as the 13-point deficit might suggest. No bingo here, but pretty close for the opponent. He goes with Lictor for 20. That seems acceptable. Mosed for 56. So the X, the J, and the Z were all unseen at this stage. So I don't know if Lictor was the best option. For 20 points, it just gave back pretty easy scoring spots with 3 heavyweights unseen. Anyway, but it did actually feature fairly high up on the analyzers list. The other ones were M3. Just a little bit more defensive, playing parallel to, with a good rack leave. Alright, so that gave me Mosed for 56, and then Fogs for 24, or Fog for 23. They seem fine. And now I've got a little bit of a difficult rack to resolve. Indue for 22 was the highest score, but Dewey at A13 down. That's quite nice. I like that leave, EILN. 5 points fewer. And I do have the DI play next to Traduces, Def, and ISO, or even bingos beginning with D for DSO. So, yeah. Oh, but I wouldn't have had the D, that's right. I would have started with I or NI or something like that. So anyway, that was my play in due. Now, opponent's got a whole whack of bingos here. Sultans, Stanols, Santals, and a few others. Look at that. Stanols, Santals, Santols, Elastins, from the E down. Yeah, nice. Anyway, he goes with Sultans, and I had Huey for 31. I didn't want to play Huey because of the J danger. That could easily be a 60-point play. And the J was unseen in a tile bag, in a bag full of 11 tiles, so could easily have been on opponent's rack. As it happens, he didn't have the J, but he had some scoring tiles. Top score was Rex for 45, but he is a bingo behind now. So, a bit tricky to work out a winning position from this stage. He goes with Ox. Jail for 41 was best, and then Arc for 32 was best for opponent. Halva for 29 was best. Halfa, as previously mentioned, also good. And Tavar. Okay. So a few 5-letter plays there. And then opponent's got, W Wawi for 20. Getting rid of both W's would have been best. He went with We. And then Soft for 18 was best. So that was the end of the game. Pretty good game, I thought. A few tricky racks to work through, but hope you enjoyed watching that game. and I will see you next time.